there is this kind of inference that there was lots of different camps, lots of different people at play, lots of pulling and pushing, and that actually what's happened with Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, Meghan the Duchess of Sussex, deciding to step back as working royals has caused so much ruction within the royal family.
Morning, Afua.
Morning. Nearly finished it now.
Oh, what? How long has it taken you to read it?
I've been reading it probably almost consistently for about the past day.
Oh my goodness! I was going to say you poor thing, but you might have enjoyed it.
Do you know what? It is well written, I think. If you've read his previous books, I think it is well written. I do agree that there's a lot of bombshells, quote unquote, in there, but there's also a lot of things that we already know. If we're talking about royals briefing against each other, that's something that they've been doing since time immemorial. There's been so many royal books. Prince Charles, as he was then, had his book. Diana had her book. That's their ways of briefing against each other. So there's things in there that are just being expanded upon, do you know what I mean? And just being sort of fleshed out. And then there are some new claims in there. We must remember that this was obviously written before this phone call took place between Prince Harry and King Charles III on his birthday, before videos were sent of Archie and Lilibet to King Charles III on his birthday. There's some stuff in there that's possibly a little bit out of date, so to speak, but that's only because of the publication date and only because things have happened since then. But it's well written. But I mean, certainly the cat is amongst the royal pigeons this week. Absolutely.
I'm not that au fait with who doesn't like whom and all the rest of it, but I thought it was quite interesting that there seemed to be kind of allies in particular camps. There was, I think it was Princess Anne on one side and Prince Edward on the other, when it came to telling King Charles that he should take away Frogmore Cottage from his younger son. This is according to the book. Is that something that's kind of throughout that's peppered throughout the book, this idea of different camps even within the royal family?
Oh, absolutely. And actually, that Princess Anne and Prince Edward bit that you're talking about, that surprised me as well. And yes, there are those themes throughout the book. There's definitely themes of Prince William and Princess Catherine and the Prince and Princess of Wales on one side, and Prince Harry and Meghan on the other. That's something we've known about for a long time. And yes, there's claims that King Charles III was more concerned about Prince Andrew's mental health state after everything that happened with Jeffrey Epstein, and perhaps more concerned about that than Prince Harry's mental health. Prince Edward was concerned about Prince Harry's mental health, but then Prince Harry talks about, when Queen Elizabeth II died, that he was greeted warmly by Princess Anne when he got to Balmoral Castle, when he finally got there and found out that his grandmother had sadly passed away. But yes, there is this kind of inference that there was lots of different camps, lots of different people at play, lots of pulling and pushing, and that actually what's happened with Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, Meghan the Duchess of Sussex, deciding to step back as working royals has caused so much ruction within the royal family.
Well, we must talk about Piers Morgan, because Omid Scobie claims that when Piers Morgan called Meghan Pinocchio Princess on Twitter after she'd spoken out about feeling suicidal, Camilla quietly thanked him for defending the firm. Now, Piers Morgan has tweeted about this. I think he tweeted about it, or did he say it? Anyway, the Sussex's vile royal bashing lickspittle says in his new book that I have regular chats on the phone with Queen Camilla, but I've never had a single phone chat with her in my entire life. He is a lying twerp. So who's telling the truth?
What a good question that is. You know what? I mean, if I was having phone chats with Queen Camilla about things that perhaps were controversial, I wouldn't admit it either. Now, I'm not saying that Piers Morgan is lying. I'm also not saying that Omid Scobie is lying either. And to be honest, it's so difficult, isn't it? Because, I mean, we are only being giving one side of a story in Omid Scobie. Him saying in the book that Piers Morgan and Queen Camilla, we know that they have met in public circles. So perhaps she may have said that to him while they were at an event, while they're in a public circle. He may not have had any phone calls with her whatsoever. It doesn't mean to say that conversation did not happen. But when
Okay.
you've got one side saying it did and one side saying it didn't, there's only two people that know what happened. And of course, recollections may vary.
No, Afia.